Have you ever wondered why Jewish people, who make up less than 0.2% of the world population, somehow control over 20% of the planet's wealth? That's not some crazy coincidence. It's the result of thousands of years of financial wisdom, passed down through generations like family heirlooms. And if you're watching this video right now, maybe the universe is giving you a chance to learn how to build wealth that doesn't just grow, but never disappears. In the US, Jewish people are less than 2% of the population, but they control nearly 40% of finance, over 50% of venture capital, and more than 25% of the richest people in America have Jewish roots. Names like Warren Buffett, George Soros, Mark Zuckerberg, Larry Page, they either are Jewish or heavily influenced by Jewish financial philosophy. These guys didn't get rich playing the same money game most people are playing. They build wealth like they expect the world to collapse tomorrow. There's a famous Jewish saying, "If you give me $1, I'll find a way to turn it into $2. Then I'll use one of those dollars to buy real estate and hide it." They don't spend to show off. They invest to survive wars, recessions, even exile. They build the kind of wealth that can outlive you. Ask a rich Jewish elder how to keep money safe, and they won't talk to you about gold, crypto, or hot stocks. The first thing they'll say is this: invest in knowledge. Because no one can seize your brain. No bank crash can delete what you've learned. They spend years building financial literacy while the rest of the world is busy Googling how to get rich in 30 days. That right there is the difference. Let's talk about how they raise kids. A Jewish child as young as 5 is already learning how to manage money, how to split it into spending, giving, saving, and investing. Meanwhile, other kids are being told, use it all up and your parents will give you more. Jewish kids? They're learning the life cycle of money. And that life cycle creates millionaires before they even hit 30. A 2023 survey in the US showed that 74% of adults didn't have even $1,000 in savings for emergencies. Meanwhile, Jewish families, whether working class or middle income, always have at least 6 months of expenses tucked away. They don't spend based on mood. They spend based on strategy. Every dollar has a mission. You know why their money never disappears? Because they don't gamble with it. They're not chasing coins just because they're trending. They're not FOMO buying just because TikTok says so. They understand this. Real assets create real value. Land, businesses, systems, cash flow. Assets aren't supposed to make you rich overnight. They're supposed to keep you rich even if the world falls apart. Remember the 2008 crash? Millions lost everything. But Jewish-led investment banks like Goldman Sachs and giants like BlackRock, they survived. Not by luck. They got out early. They studied market cycles. They didn't wait until the house was on fire to go look for water. There's a weird but genius rule in the Jewish community. If you can't explain how something makes money, don't put your money in it. No hype, no hirsa, just logic. In a world where you can become an investor by tapping a few buttons on your phone, it's the people who say no the most who actually build lasting wealth. The Jewish way of building wealth isn't about being scared of being broke. It's about being prepared to strike when opportunity knocks. They can live frugally for 5 years waiting. But when the market cracks open, boom, they buy 10 foreclosed homes, and 5 years later, they're millionaires. Not because they got lucky, but because they planned for that moment. Remember COVID? People lost jobs, homes, life savings. But according to Pew Research, Jewish households had the lowest financial crisis rates during the pandemic in the US. Why? Because even during peace, they live like war could break out tomorrow. Another thing, they don't go it alone. Jewish people rarely invest solo. They build financial communities. They share opportunities, pool money, lift each other up. You don't see them flexing solo like some flashy lone wolf investors. They move as a unit, quiet but powerful. In New York, there are Jewish-only investment funds managing billions. And no, they don't advertise. They just build. If you only remember one thing today, let it be this. Don't save money because you're scared of being broke. Save because you've got a plan. A long-term one that needs discipline. The Jewish community doesn't care how much you make. They care how much you keep after 5 years. The world doesn't reward fast earners. It rewards those who hold on to wealth and make it grow slowly, surely, and smartly.